Namaste and welcome to Awake and Restore, a restorative yoga class where we spend some time on the mat with ourselves to not only let the body fully restore and nourish itself, but also do that with our mind to bring some more peace and quiet into our practice, and from there hopefully off the mat as well. So this restorative yoga is a style of yoga that, if you follow my yin classes, becomes always before what I say, the yin. First we reach restorative, there where the poses are fully propped up and supported by the props we use, there where we can fully relax in our body and mind and be fully comfortable. No muscle contractions or unnecessary tensions. And after this restorative, then there's always cannot find the word now. The opportunity to go deeper. Not so much deeper in your stretching, but to go deeper inside the body when we reach the state of yin, where we stress our fascia. This is a restorative class. So for that you need some props. Any pillows, amount of pillows or blocks or book you have will do. If you have a little stool, you can use it, or a little chair. Yeah, just to place your feet on later on. Alright, don't worry too much, no stress around all these things. If you have some pillows and stuff, then you'll be fine. Alright, then find yourself a comfortable seat. This is where we start. If this position is not comfortable for you, you find your own position that is comfortable for you, and that could even be on that little stool or chair to start with. Yeah. Finding your center point. So with that, you can tilt the pelvis forward and backward and have your mind engaged towards your sitting bones and feel how your weight is shifting and eventually finding your center there, where the weight of the upper body can go through the sitting bones into the earth. You're welcome to roll the shoulders softly back to bring a little openness in the chest, but check again if you're not curving the spine out too much, bringing everything back on top of the sitting bones. Having your hands where they can rest, where the shoulders can be relaxed as well. Drawing the chin lightly in if that feels good for you. Closing the eyes for a moment. Just arriving in your comfortable seat. And if anything is uncomfortable, change. It's the same as we do in the class. Observe. Adjust if needed. Relax. It's a mantra you can take into your practice. Observe, adjust if needed, and relax. That's the aim of our practice now. To bring some peace to the mind, we can follow the breath. Placing your left hand on your lower belly. Directing your breath to your hands. Let the belly with every inhale just come out, blowing itself up like a little balloon. And on the exhale, releasing. In through the nostrils. You're welcome to exhale through like you have a straw in the mouth, like a little hole in between the lips. One more good deep inhale. Exhale. And leaving your left hand where it is, placing your right on your heart space. Now you're connected to both of these amazing important centers of your body, your heart and your belly center. Taking a moment to feel for yourself how the body is, what it is telling you. how the mind is in this moment, how your breath is flowing. If the heart has something to tell you, any emotions or feelings that might arise when we go slower in our pace of life, but also slower in our yoga practice. Setting an intention for your own practice, the time is now. Empowering that with a deep inhalation in both centers, heart filling, belly filling. Exhaling and releasing from there. Letting go of your hands. Softly opening up your eyes. You're staying here a little bit longer in a seated position, so you're welcome to untangle the legs for a moment. Bring them forwards. Give them a little shake. Taking any unnecessary tension out. Well, you decide if you want to come back to the same seat, same position, or you want to climb on that little stool. Or you want to sit on your chair or find another position to do Nadi Shodhana. So if you've been following some classes or the 30-day challenge, you found the explanation of Nadi Shodhana. We're going to do a therapeutic round so that it's without retentions. For that, it's important that you sit comfortable. So your spine can be erect, but without having to work too much in the body. So wherever the body wants to go by itself, you find its comfort. And then for Nadi Shodhana, which is alternate nostril breathing, we use the right hand, the thumb and the ring finger, and the left hand can rest either be in your lap, on your thigh, or you can take a mudra. Yes, bringing, for example, the thumb and the index finger together. Here, I welcome you this time to bring those two fingers up on your third eye, which is a nice focus point, yes? So thumb and ring finger we use, the two other fingers can be on your third eye. I'll give you a sign when we go there. First sink into your posture, picking up your breath. Maybe your left hand goes back to the belly to invite the breath to come there. Deep inhalations filling lungs, midriff, and eventually the abdomen. Prolonged exhales. And when we practice the Nadi Shodhana, we inhale and exhale only through the nose. One nostril per time. So taking the right hand into the mudra, the two fingers on the third eye. I place them myself inside so you can see a little bit better in the beginning. I'd like you to place the two fingers on your third eye and have your thumb next to your right nostril. Not closing it for now, relaxing in the upper body. Observe, adjust, relax. Let's start with a good inhale. Both nostrils. Exhale fully. And then closing your right, inhaling through your left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Simply closing your left, exhaling through your right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhaling through your right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Closing right, exhaling through the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting the hang of this. Inhaling through the left, second round. 2, 3, 4. Closing and exhaling on your right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhaling on your right, go gradually and slow. 3, 4. The same for the exhale on the left, gradually and slow. 2, 3, 4. Third round, inhaling on your left. 2, 3, 4. Going to your right for prolonged exhale, 6 counts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling for 4 on your right. Relax your shoulders, have your gaze forward. Don't lock the chin. 3, 4. Closing, exhaling for 6 on the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more round, inhaling for 4, 3, 4. Exhaling for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling for 4, 2, 3, 4. Last exhalation for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Resting your hands in your lap or on your thighs. Taking a good deep inhale through the nose. Exhaling. Closing the eyes for a moment. And just perceive for yourself how these 4 small rounds of Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing, what kind of effect it had on you. And without judging that effect or having expectations of our practice, we observe, being mindful not to react. It's observing the effect of the practice in the moment. Calming the body, focusing the mind, preparing ourselves for more restoring, which will eventually awake us. Awake us by taking the tension out of the body, so everything can flow a little bit more easy. So from here, I welcome you to come and lie down on your back. Taking any props you have of your mat. You're simply bringing the body in a lying down position. If you would go Savasana, although we're not at the end of our practice yet. Then again we observe, adjust, and then relax. If you feel your lower back a lot, you might want to bring your feet in the mat, bring your pelvis up, bring the navel a little bit in, so the lower back goes back to the mat. And then you either make your legs long again, or you put a pillow underneath, so the lower back can relax a little bit more. Especially if you have lower back issues, this is helpful So not to go into too much compression of the spine. Good. Now bring your hands back to your belly, connecting yourself with your breath. Feeling how the body is moving underneath. And directing the breath to your hands. And focusing your minds in your toes. And we're gonna move certain body parts. We're gonna tense them a lot on the inhalation, like contracting all your muscles. And then releasing on the exhalation, taking unnecessary tension out of the physical body. So to start, it is tensing the feet and the toes by pointing the toes away. And inhaling while you point the toes away, tense, tense, tense. And on the exhale, release and relax. Do that one more time. When you inhale, rise. You can even lift the heels a little bit off the floor. Tense, tense, tense. And on the exhale, release and relax. Taking a moment to perceive and to breathe here. Focusing the mind in the buttocks, heavy towards the earth. On your next inhale, you squeeze your bum muscles. Tense, tense, tense and squeeze. And on the exhale, release and relax. Next inhalation, one more time. Squeeze the bum, tense all your buttock muscles. Tense, tense, tense. And release and relax. Taking a good breath towards your hands in your center, in your belly. Release on the exhale. Even if sounds are coming up, you're always welcome to do so. That's the perks of being on an online class. You can make as many sounds as you like. Then taking the hands sideways, let the arms rest in the floor. You're going to do the same as we did to the toes, to the fingers. Now just by fully opening the hand palm and maybe even lifting the arm off the floor. So on an inhalation, extend the arms, open the hands, tense, tense, tense. And on an exhale, gently release back in the floor. And your inhale rises, tense, tense, tense. On the exhale, release and surrender. Going to the shoulders and the shoulder blades. On the inhale, drawing the shoulder blades together. That's lifting the chest up in the air. Tense, tense, tense. And gently release. Now for your next inhalation, you bring your shoulders to your ears. Tense, tense, tense. And on an exhale, gently release. Let everything rest back into your mat. Taking a good deep inhale, let the whole body breathe from your toes to your fingers. Exhaling, release. And the next move on your inhales, bringing your chin to your chest. So inhaling, bring the head up, tense, tense and tense. And on exhale, very mindfully release. Going the other way. Inhaling, looking up, tense, tense, tense. And on an exhale, release, coming back to neutral position for the head. We move it to left and to right. And back to center. Just perceive your body. Perceive the flow in the body. And also how your mind is feeling connected to the body. We're focusing it on different body parts or sensations. So with this focus, the mind starts to relax away from other tensions that they are in the past or the future. It arrives more in the now, exactly where you are as well. Now, here, present. Now, if you have anything underneath your knees, you gently just take it out. Place it behind you or beside you. Bringing the feet up to the sides of your mat. Bring your arms a little bit wider. Your knees are wide as well. Let's feel how the body is in this position. And then gently on your in and exhalations, you start to move the legs. So on an exhale, the knees go towards the left. And on an inhale, they come back up towards the ceiling. And on an exhale, they go to the right. Bringing a little bit of movement into the lower region of the spine, into your hip joints, flowing on the flow of your breath, exhaling back to the earth, inhaling up to the sky. And it's always like this in yoga. Every exhale brings us down, bowing down to the earth. Inhaling, let us rise up to the sky. Now, next time you're on your left, just release there for a moment. Anywhere where your legs want to go. And if there's a lot of space and a lot of tension, then make sure you prop it up somewhere in between your legs or under the knees. Just breathing. On your next inhale, bring it back up. Exhaling to the other side. We're not pushing or pulling anything, just coming from a relaxed position. Putting some props if you need that, if the gaps are too big and there's too much going on in the body. Being here and breathing in and out through every pore of your skin. Letting your mind rest in your breath. Not so much to do for the rest than to be present while the body is gently awakening and restoring itself. When the next inhale arises, your knees rise up as well. And bringing the knees into the chest, give yourself a little hug. Massaging along the spine by moving to the right, to the left, feeling the tissues responding in the compression to the mat. Then placing your feet back into the mat. Your arms wide again. Make sure you have a little bit more space than I have with all the props around. And then bringing your knees back again to the left. But now this time your right hand is going up to the sky. And eventually you're closing yourself all the way to the side. And then bring your hand a little bit further. So your right hand going and sliding over your left. Next inhale, rising up. Exhaling, bringing your right hand to the right. You can follow the hand with your gaze, so there's movement into your neck. Inhaling, rising up. Exhaling, sliding that right hand over the left. One more time. Inhaling, rising the hand up. Exhaling it to your right. If you feel you can do one more time or stay where you are into this gentle twist. Make sure you're breathing consciously. And on your next breath, on your next inhale, you bring everything back to center. Replacing your pelvis in the mat if you feel like you're out of your center. You observe, you adjust, and you relax. Relaxing, bring the hands now left on your lower belly, right on your chest. Leaving the feet in the mat so the whole spine can relax towards the earth. Feeling how the body is responding to this very gentle awakening and restoring practice. A lot of times when we feel tensed in our body, it's a response of the body to the mind. And the tension is actually there. We might have worries about the future. We might are stuck in certain emotions or feelings around the past. There's gentle movements where we guide the mind to be here and present, away from all these things. We're so relaxing and eventually restoring ourselves, not only on this physical level, but also on the mental, emotional level. Now let's prepare ourselves for the other side, bringing the arms wider again, making sure you have no props on your right side. And bringing the knees to the right. Then on your inhale, let the left hand rise to the sky. And on the exhale, closing yourself all the way. And let that left hand slide over the right to the floor. So you're really closing your chest. Your forehead might even go to the mat. Just feeling for yourself in this little bit of a compressed state around the chest and the shoulders. But also the opening, the light opening around the shoulder blades and the back. Now on your next inhale, let the left hand rise again. Leave the knees where they are. Exhaling to the other sides. Inhaling, let the hand rise. Exhaling, let it slide over the right one to the floor. One more time up. Bringing gently some mobility to all these joints. Exhaling and now staying in your twist. If you need any padding somewhere underneath knees, in between knees, please do so. If the legs want to change their position, please do so. You observe, adjust, be still. During this whole practice, is there this invitation to breathe, to take deep inhales and prolonged exhales. That's helping us to come more to that relaxation response. And it's especially the exhalations that helps the nervous system to tap into that relaxation response. One more good breath here. And then eventually bring yourself back to center. Readjusting yourself on the mat there where you're comfortable. Maybe you place something underneath your knees. Now we make the legs long again. Bringing the hands back to the center. Left hand belly, right hand heart. Just relax. Reminding yourself of your intention for this practice. And not so much judging yourself if you're reaching or working with your intention, but just gentle reminding yourself. It's all we need through life. No pushing, no pulling. Gentle reminding ourselves where we are. What are we doing? Is this in line with our intention? And to notice all of that and to answer that question, if we're in line with our intention, we have to stop and pause and breathe. When we're running around, we might not notice if we took a left or right turn away from our path, or if we still are in line with our intention. Now gently prepping yourself to flip yourself over on the mat. So any way that works for you to come to your belly. And then locating either two pillows or two blocks. First, let's start with just being here. Turning your head to left or right. Letting your shoulders droop to the earth so the shoulder blades can open up. The arms are alongside the body. Start to wiggle the body gently from your center. Wiggle the body like a little wave through the spine. You get this rocking massage. It's just you rocking yourself. And you can make this as big or as small as you like. Just make it with not too much effort. So you're gently rocking the body, massaging it. So the tissues can relax. All the bones in this package can relax. And coming back to more stillness. And turning your nose to the center. Bring your hands underneath your head. This is already a very gentle opening the front of the body. It might not feel much. It's very gentle pulling the shoulder blades together, opening the chest, working with the tissues around your shoulder joint. Making sure you relax your buttock muscles, anything you're holding in the torso or the legs. Just feel how every inhalation is pressing your belly into the mat, and how with every exhalation the body is relaxing more. And when your next inhale is rising, come onto your elbows to locate your blocks or your pillows. Very gently place them on your mat. And this is asking a little bit for you to play where it needs to be. All depending on how your shoulder joint is doing as well. Just having the intention to have the arms a little bit higher, while the head can just be in between. And the shoulder blades are getting a little bit closer to each other. Gentle opening of the chest region, but very restorative. So don't make it too high. You don't want to feel a huge stretch on the front. You don't want to feel too much compression in your joints. Just let the hands relax. Let your whole being relax. To help yourself to relax, there is this invitation always to release. Release. Let go on the exhale. Either through those pursed lips, like you have a little straw in between, but you're exhaling through that straw, making bubbles in the glass of water, for example. Or even exhaling with a sound that might come up for you. Anything that works. This practice is slow because it takes time to release. But if we be patient, and we stay soft and gentle and comfortable, then the effects are huge. In case you feel any strange tingling in your arms or your fingers, then please, what you observe is not what we're looking for. So you just change the position of your pillows, change the position of your arms. Find where there's not weird tingling sensations and you can still be here relaxed. Also enjoying the soft pressure on your third eye, the space in between your eyebrows, so much connected to energetic and mental clarity.
Perfect practice for it, so here the mind can rest in every breath. Now could hang out here for another 10 minutes or so, and if you like, you just pause the video. Anytime you like to stay longer in the poses because they feel good. You feel finally that you're relaxing, your body is relaxing, allowing the mind to relax. And his body is just melting into its tissues and feeling comfortable, then just stay. Pause your video and stay. We're gonna take one more deep breath here. Exhale. And very gently coming with your arms a little bit wider off your blocks or your pillows. Have them as cactus arms next to the body. And bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Need to do a little bit of effort to bring oneself up. Finding your knees a little bit wider. Bringing your buttocks to your heels. Coming to child pose position. Just a short one. Bringing your hands underneath your forehead. A little bit more compression on the third eye. A little bit more sinking of the chest through the shoulders. If you need anything for padding in between your buttocks and your heels, please do so. We're not going to stay here 10 minutes. Oh, good. Inhale, feel how the whole body is breathing. Exhaling. Then with the help of your hands rolling through your spine, back up to a seat. And just be mindful, if you feel dizzy, have your eyes open. So you can find the horizon again, and the body has an easier way of balancing itself out. Just keeping the gaze soft. I wasn't 100% sure where this class would go today, but I feel I want to work a little bit more on this shoulder, chest area in relation to the neck and the head before we go to our final relaxation. So for that, I welcome you again to find a comfortable seat, which could be on the chair if you want,
which could be on the block sitting again, like I'm gonna do, or cross-legged if that works for you. Although, actually now I think of it, I'd like you to come and sit like this. So you have a little bit more space towards the floor for your arms to relax. So having your arms alongside the body. And finding your sitting bones back towards the earth again. And if you doubt, you do this little cat-cow in the place where you're sitting, tilting the pelvis, maybe bringing also a little bit your weight from left to right, and then finding your center again. Now with your left hand, you go towards the right, either under or upper arm, whatever feels okay for you here. We're not looking for a major stretch, just to hold this, yes? That's it. And then bringing the right ear to the right shoulder. Just gentle. Making sure you're breathing. And actually, it would be good to open your mouth a few times. Move the jaw. Make funny faces. No one's gonna see. I wish I could see. And relax in the position again. So making sure your weight is on both sitting bones, not leaning to one side too much. And just feeling the gentle ease around the chest, the shoulder, without going into a major stretch. These classes, like what we're doing, the poses are so simple by itself in its form. The function of a pose like this is quite elaborate. The effects can be major, and it all depends on our mind in there, what the effects are. If we're tensing up in our mind here, then the body cannot relax either. If we're worrying if we're doing it correct, then the body cannot relax either. So we're actually doing all these postures and all this movement and forms to relax our mind. And when the mind can relax, the body can relax. Now from here, gently bringing your chin to your chest. Making the little transition while you're still having a soft grip on your arm. Now bringing that right hand to your left elbow, having both arms behind you. If you cannot reach, you can always put a scarf or something in between, or just clasp the fingers behind you, which is fine also. It's all about bringing the shoulder blades together. Still having all the weight through the sitting bones going towards the earth. Just having the chin gently to the chest. And then with your right hand, you can take the left arm somewhere, and the left hand is going towards the earth, towards the floor. And then it's the left ear going towards the left shoulder. Making sure that right shoulder is not being pulled up too much. Keeping it down and relax. Being relaxed in your face, in your jaw. Tension in our jaw a lot of times is a sign for tension in our mind. So you're always welcome to make funny faces or Open the jaw a few times or yawn even. Very helpful for our practice. Releasing. I think I say this every class that I'm on here, that how privileged am I to be here and to practice with you. Feeling all the effects on my own mind, my own body, and also on my feelings and my emotions. Relaxing more into my emotional world, and I hope it has the same effect for you. Just consciously breathing while we're here. Now one more good inhale. Exhaling. Again, bring the chin to the chest. But now this time letting go of the arms. Let the shoulders drip forward and down and sinking into your spine. Rounding the spine. So allowing yourself to more or less to collapse in your seat. Just keep on breathing here, making sure you don't make too much effort. And bringing the hands together. Clasp the fingers, turn the hand palms out, and gently just push the hand palms away. Just opening even more in between the shoulder blades, but gently feeling the reflection along the spine. And on your next inhalation, you bring the hands lower, inhaling, turn the hand palms up, let them come up to the heart, looking up to the sky. Exhaling, gently push it forward, round the spine. Inhaling, you're hollowing the spine, let the hands come up, look up. Exhaling, gently bring the hands forward. One more time. Inhale. Open the heart to the sky. Exhale, unclasp, let come. Sit for a moment to feel. Perceive your whole being, and especially everything in this chest area, shoulder blade area. And its reflections it might have towards the skull or the bottom of your spine. Good. So we arrive towards the end of our practice. We're going towards a Savasana, but not flat in the earth. This time I like to use a little stool. Now if you don't have a stool or a chair, you just make a little stack of pillows, or blocks or books, anything that can bring your legs up a little bit higher. If you have a blanket or something else that you want to put on it because it's not so soft behind the knees, for example here, then you can do so. And if you don't have all of this and you don't have pillows, then you can do legs up the wall where the legs are fully extended, or you take a little bit of distance so you can flex the knees, which is more relaxing. Making sure that your sacrum is touching the floor, that your stool or chair or pillow, your station is not too high. And if it's too hard, that you put something in between, because this is your relaxing Savasana, yeah? And just observe, measure your distance where you need to be relaxed. Maybe you want something underneath your head. Maybe, I always like to have something heavy on my belly. This is very grounding to have like heavy blankets on the body. This restorative practice is really doing that. It's grounding ourselves inside of us, really pulling the mind towards the earth into this relaxation response. Now placing, if possible, left hand belly, right hand heart. You can take this Savasana as long as you need. Relaxing in your toes and your feet. Relaxing your ankles and your knees. Relaxing in your hips and your buttocks towards the earth, while the rest of the legs are fully supported. Relaxing with your whole center and spine towards the earth. Feeling how your body is breathing, feeling how your chest and your belly are gently rising and falling with every in and exhalation. Reminding yourself of your intention for your practice. And you arrived here now in this moment with your intention. It's a good moment to decide if you want to keep this intention or if it did its service. And you're going to leave it here on the mat after Savasana. Then bringing the arms away from the body. Let the shoulder blades fully rest towards the earth. Let the shoulders come towards the earth. The fingers are gently crawling in, relaxed from your shoulders to your fingers. Breathing into this whole body of yours, through every pore of your skin. Before you slide off maybe in a deeper state, observe the physical body if it's comfortable enough, if it's grounded enough. If not, adjust. If so, relax. Moving your jaw from left to right. Taking any tension out there. Making a funny face, squeezing all the muscles in your face. Releasing on the exhale. Soft in the cheeks, in the forehead. Gentle eyelids closing. The eyeballs that become heavier with each exhale sinking into their sockets. This is your time. We prepped our mind and body to arrive here.
to nourish, to restore, and eventually to awaken to your full power. So I'll be leaving you here, thanking you for this practice together. If you have any feedback or questions, you can place them under the video. Be happy to talk to you. Thanking yourself that you took the time for class to show up to the mat, to the practice and yourself. Thanking yourself for the allowance to rest and restore. Namaste. Thank you for being here together. See you next time.